Next up on our CVC Spring Sports Media Day is the Lutheran West baseball team, head coach Thomas Ballack. Coach, I'm going to let you start out, introduce the guys you brought with you, and then just give us your elevator pitch. What can we expect out of the Longhorns this spring?
Yeah, absolutely. First, thanks for having us. Thanks for putting this on. I'll go left to right. Maybe it's backwards on screen. I have Adam Flashbart here, senior leader for us, both from a hitting perspective, middle of the order. He'll patrol the outfield. In the center, we have Eric Dill, 4-year starter for our varsity program, left-handed pitcher, first base. Again, middle of the lineup type of guy. And then all the way at the end is Bryce Gropey. He'll patrol the outfield with Adam, lead off at the top of our lineup, hopefully wreak havoc on the bases this year. We have a veteran group this year. We're just looking forward to, we actually have our first game here in an hour and a half, and we're just looking forward to get going. Bring back 6 senior starters. Top end of our pitching rotation. And I think we're just fueled by, the tail end of last year, couple chances to win conference against Beechwood came up short. And that's been kind of the fuel for us over the last 9 months as we head into a new campaign this year.
All right, Coach, I'll come back to you after I talk to the guys. Adam, I'll start with you. For the folks at home, introduce yourself, name, grade, and what positions you're going to play.
I'm Adam Flashbart. I'm a senior here with Lutheran West. Last year I played short, and I'm playing center field because that's what I wanted to do when I go into college at Marietta. And then that's pretty much it.
All right, so coming in, you guys were second in the conference last year. Coach mentioned those losses to Beechwood. What's different this year? I mean, you come back with a lot of seniors, a lot of guys that played last year. How hungry is this team, and how can you get over that hump?
This team is very hungry. We obviously had the 2 losses to Beechwood where we didn't put up a run, but I mean, off season the last 6 months, all 3 of us have been leading us and just pushing each other each day and just getting our younger kids who are going to have to lead next year too, just pushing each other just to not have that feeling again.
When you look at this year's team, what's going to be the strength of the squad? What are you going to be able to rely on game in and game out?
I think we're going to be able to every game rely on our hitting and then our pitching. We're going to have strong starters. We're going to have strong relievers, and just our outfield and infield, we're just all going to be sound.
So going out to the outfield after playing shortstop, how's that transition going?
It's not really that much of a transition. I played it pretty much all of my life. I just played shortstop in high school because that's kind of where I wanted to try out and play, but I've always been a born center fielder.
Who are the other guys in the outfield that'll be out there with you?
My right fielder is going to be Bryce Gropey, and then left fielder is going to be Jonathan Barnes.
All right, and you mentioned Marietta. You've already committed?
Yeah, I committed there a couple of months ago. I took a visit, and everything went well, so I chose that to be my home for the next 4 years.
Awesome. What was it about Marietta that led you there?
I liked how their coaches were determined on all they wanted to do is win, and they have a winning history there and winning a bunch of national championships for Division III, and just how they treat everything there. Everything is so serious, and just everything about baseball and just getting better.
Outstanding. Well, good luck to you this spring. Eric, on to you. Name, grade, and positions you're going to play this year.
I'm Eric Dill. I'm a senior, and I'm mainly going to be pitching and playing first base this year.
All right, so let's start out with the pitching staff. Talk a little bit about that group. Who are the guys that are going to chew up a lot of innings, and who are some of your relief pitchers?
Yeah, so this year we got Steven, we have myself, we have Jacob Montague, we have Jansen, Brendan, Greg. We have a lot of depth on our pitching staff, so I think that's going to benefit us a lot.
A lot of those names are familiar, so it sounds like you got a lot of pitchers coming back. How did that help just kind of solidify the squad, just knowing you got a lot of guys with experience that are going to be throwing on the mound?
Yeah, it helps because we had a successful year last year, and just to have every guy return this year is just going to help us win a lot of ball games.
Without giving away any secrets, give us a scouting report on you on the mound. What do you bring? What kind of pitches? And then, what's your strategy when you approach the batters?
I would say I like to pound the outside part of the play with fastballs, and then usually just being able to execute with my off speed and get some strikeouts.
All right. What kind of goals do you have for yourself this year, for yourself and for your team?
For the team, I'd like to win the conference and hopefully win a district title this year in the playoffs. I would like to be all district again this year, but I really just care more about the team accolades.
All right, sounds good. Well, good luck to you this spring. And then Bryce, on to you. Name, grade, and positions.
Hi, I'm Bryce Gropey. I'm a senior here, and I primarily play right field.
Coming in, Bryce, obviously you're a senior. You've got to be thrilled about that. Everybody is. You're going to graduate in a couple months. But at the same time, every time you step on the field, it gets you closer to the end of your high school career. How are you kind of managing those dueling emotions?
Just enjoying the moment, every moment with the guys from, practice off the field, just enjoying every moment I have with them. Just enjoying these last few games that we have going into the season here.
I know we've talked about, coming up short in the conference title last year, but from your perspective, how much did that kind of inspire you and your teammates just to work a little bit harder this offseason?
Oh, yeah, I think everybody on the team, that's definitely everyone's goal. I think if you ask every single guy, that's probably one of their goals is to win the conference this year. So I think, every guy's been working hard and, we're really determined this year. And I think we're going to be competing for it. So
What's the identity of this team?
Just hard work every day, just showing up, giving it all you got.
Give me a couple guys that, based on what they've done in the offseason and the preseason, you think they're going to have a pretty big year. Who are they and why?
I think Jansen Gross, I think he can take a big step up for our team this year. He's got a role to fill. Maybe see him pitching a couple innings, getting a couple at-bats this year and, having to step up.
Outstanding. All right, Coach. Well, we talked a little bit about the outfield, some pitching, talk about your infield, your catcher, and, how that group's coming together.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, pitching, we bring back every inning from last year. Catching, we have Brandon Snyder. He's a really, really solid defensive catcher, calls a really good game, just handles himself really well and plays a key part in our lineup is, from a batting perspective, too. Obviously, Eric, I think in my preview for you, I said I think he's the best defensive first baseman in the area. The way he handles his glove saves us a lot of errors just on underthrows, overthrows, just making plays at first base. And then our second, third, and short will kind of be flexible depending on who's on the mound. We'll have AJ Biascocha, who brings a really good stick. We'll play some second base and third base. Jacob Montague, who was at third last year, will play a little third and short, picking up some of the innings from where we moved Adam out to the outfield. Steven Alfrink, who tops our pitching rotation alongside Eric, will play third, second, and just a utility guy for us, even slide over to first a little bit when Eric's on the mound. Greg Fuentes is a returning varsity guy for us, really good glove. And Brendan Mindorf may even see some time over in third base. So there's a lot of variability just depending on who's on the pitching staff or on the mound at the given time. But we feel comfortable slotting guys in. And ultimately, our goal, if I'm being quite frank, is to put our 9 best hitters and find out the combination elsewhere. If our pitchers can nibble edges and get weak contact, we're confident we can get outs anywhere across the diamond.
I know the team's locked in on trying to win that CVC title and making a deep postseason run. What's it going to take to achieve those goals?
Yeah, just not becoming content. I look at these 3 guys, and we have 2 first-team all-district performers and Adam and Eric, and we have Bryce as a first-team all-CVC last year. So it's easy when you get those individual awards to become stagnant in your approach to the game. But they're just hard workers. The attention to detail. Obviously, we need to stay healthy, just like any other team. But I think if we can rack up quality starts between Eric and Steven, in our conference games, and I really feel comfortable with our lineup 1 through 9 that anybody can gap a ball and drive in runs. We got guys that can steal bases. But I just think, playing with confidence. We played a lot of really important innings last year. And again, that first Beechwood game, we lose 2-0, but we stranded 9 or 10 guys. We were a couple hits away from that going the other way. And hopefully that experience, as we translate it into big games this year, will pay dividends for us as we go forward.
Outstanding. All right, Coach. Well, good luck to you and the guys in your opener tonight. And I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to preview your season, and best of luck to you this spring.
Thank you. We appreciate everything you do for us and for high school athletes.